You could be larger than life, bigger than the world, living out the hopes and dreams of every boy and every girl. You could fly higher than the sky, shine brighter than the stars. You could have all you ever wanted.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode on the LimeRealm series. My name is Napkin, and this is a Minecraft Let's Play. Today, like I said last time, we are going to be taking on some terraforming projects. Yeah, let's go with that. And we're going to be working on the back of this back behind this pyramid. Of course, I still can't fly. Oh well. Let's stop talking here and just cut right to that time lapse, shall we?
Through life, every day is a new beginning. Shine your light. It's a day and the world is waiting. Move along to the song, singing in your soul. Feel the beat, clap your hands, let it take control. All you need, all you want, are you ready to find your way? 'Cause every day is a new day, and everything's going your way. Keep it together, 'cause it keeps getting better. Whoa, whoa, walk through life and move ahead to your destination. Shine so bright, be the light of a new creation. If the world is a stage, better start the show. 7, 8, 9, 10, ready, set, let's go. Turn it on, turn it up. Are you ready to find your way? Walk through life, every day is a new beginning. Every day is a new day, and everything's going your way. And you wanna make it last forever. Well, every day is a new day, and everything's going your way. And you wanna make it last forever. Just keep it together, 'cause it keeps getting better. Hey, it keeps getting better.
So, it seems that my computer can't quite handle the amount of footage recorded by the replay mod. I was going to have some more footage in that time lapse, and well, it was a 4-hour long clip and it just did not want to process on my computer at all. So we're going to do something else here. I found out the other day that my storage system wasn't really working, and luckily one of my lovely friends here on the server, Lebanator, came through and checked it out for me and figured out what was wrong. Of course, I couldn't fix it at the time because my computer just would not let me on the server at all. I was also uploading a video at the time, and it wasn't working very well. So if we come down here, there is a very obvious mistake that I made that I didn't know I made. This first module worked excellently. Everything here works. We have the clock here that all works well, all that good stuff. And tell me if you spot the difference between this module and this module. Can you see it? Yep, that's right. The comparators are flipped the wrong way around, which means when this thing gets powered, it isn't powering the clock, which isn't sending the items through and making it so that the items do not go all the way through the system. And not only did I do it once, I did it 3 times. So I'm really glad that this is just an easy fix. All I have to do is go like that, grab those comparators and go bam, bam, boom. And now they match. And now that should mean that this system should now function properly. And let's just do it to this one and come around here and do it to this one. The thing that was frustrating is I actually spent like a good half hour trying to figure out what was wrong, and I could not figure it out. Like, it was extremely frustrating. I kept going back and forth and up and down and looking at everything I could possibly think of that would have been causing it, and I just could not think of it. And luckily Lebainator came by, took a look at everything, and as soon as he saw that problem, he sent me a picture of it and was like, yep, there's your problem. And I was like, oh, of course. So now we are going to cut back to the clips that I had already recorded after the time lapse. There's a huge change on the other side of there, and well, right now it's actually after that had already changed. There was a creeper explosion here too. Don't mind this. I need to fix that yet. Which reminds me, I should probably grab some items to do so. Or do I already have them on me? I do not. I needed some stairs. That's right. Alright, so we're going to go fix that real quick. Let's just grab some more of these stairs here. But yeah, so I already made a whole bunch of changes behind the pyramid here. You saw a little bit of what I was doing in that time lapse. I'm not sure how well the time lapse went because my computer seemed to struggle with it a little bit. So we'll see how it goes once I actually get to editing everything. And I mean, at the very least, I can just show you a little bit of what I actually did. Hopefully I'll actually be able to show you what I did. But anyway, so I'm also adding in some lighting down here. And I think I'm gonna go like that as well, because that's how the creeper got me. Is I came down here and all of a sudden, boom, there I go. No more. Yeah, it was not a very friendly creeper. It just blew me up. And I'm also going to be... did I do something wrong there? No, I didn't. Okay. I lost my train of thought now. Oh, I'm also going to be starting to figure out how to do some lighting up here. So I might actually do a little bit of that. I haven't decided yet. I'm thinking of just using some redstone lamps instead of some torches there, especially on these areas, and I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to, because like this is all really dark, and just putting a redstone lamp in here I think is going to look weird and throw the whole build off. So I'm still trying to decide what to do, but I do think that we can put some redstone lamps up here without throwing things off too much. Alright, so we are going to cut now to the clip that I already recorded a couple of days ago, and I am going to tell you all about what I did back there. I did have some help from Miss Maudie and Lebanator. They helped me out a lot with clearing all of that. So thank you to those guys. I think I mentioned it in the other clip that I recorded as well. Thank you guys very much. I really, really appreciate all the help. I wish I could show off an epic kill that Leb had, but my computer could not process that 4-hour replay. So, well. It is what it is. Live and learn. I'm probably going to be changing up how I do the time lapses eventually anyway. So, because the replay mod works really, really well, but it's also a lot of work. So I'm thinking of getting a second account just to make things a little easier and being able to do that instead of having to use the replay mod all the time. But that'll be a discussion or a change at a later time. Right, not right at this moment. So hope you guys enjoy the rest of this episode. I'm gonna see you in just a second. As you can see here, we have a very big flat area. Now, a lot of times people like to build around the terrain, but what I'm going to do here is build the terrain around the town. So this whole entire flat area is going to become the main town. We're going to have a library and a bunch of houses and all sorts of other stuff. And this town is actually going to be incorporated in that a little bit. This here is going to be where we kind of start, and this is also going to be where all of our villagers are and all of that kind of stuff. So today here, now that we have all of this flattened out, we are going to be going through and planning out the town. And what I want to do is make it a little bit centered on the pyramid, obviously, because I mean that is the main part of this entire build, is that pyramid. So what we're probably going to do is we're probably going to have a path that comes right down through here and into that town, and we'll have like a central area right around this area. I haven't really decided all of this yet, but that's where the planning comes in. So we're going to go through and plan out some paths, plan out where some of the buildings are going to go, all of that kind of stuff. And I just wanted to get everything flattened out so that I could kind of see where everything lands a little bit better. And it looks like my lighting job wasn't the greatest. We got a couple of spawnable zones over here. That's okay. I also have to say a big thank you to Miss Maudie and Lebanator. Those were the two people helping me dig a little bit here for a while. Toward the end there, they came and helped me out, and I honestly would not have gotten this done as quickly as I did if it wasn't for them. So huge thank you and little shout out to you guys for helping me out. I'm really excited for this. This was a huge project. It actually took about, even with Maudie's and Leb's help, it took about 8 hours to get all of this flattened out, because I mean there was hills and all sorts of stuff. So once we build our buildings and all that kind of stuff up here, some of those hills will come back, because I mean it's a desert. It's going to be hilly to a point, kind of, sort of. But of course this is going to be the main part here. I'm also planning on making some paths that go around this like giant crater moat type thing, because there's not going to be a bridge to get to the pyramid from here. The only place where you're going to be able to get to the pyramid is from the front of the pyramid. So there will be paths from the town, from this town area, that go all the way around this crater, all the way around up over these hills, or maybe even through the hills. I haven't fully decided yet. It might be a little bit up and over kind of thing. And then like certain areas too, like over here, we will probably have another path that cuts over and up around to the crater to the front there. There's going to be all sorts of paths. So that's kind of what we're going to do here today, is go through and start planning out how we're going to set up this town area. And even with all of these torches, The darn desert here is still extremely dangerous. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw all of that, but holy moly, we had all sorts of mobs coming after us. It was absolutely ridiculous. But anyway, I'm going to get to doing some planning out here, and I'll clue you guys in when I've kind of figured out where I want the centers to be and where I want the primary paths to go and that kind of stuff. And yeah, we'll go from there. So give me a minute and we're gonna start doing some planning. All right, everyone, welcome back. And this is our plan. So yeah, let's take to the skies here, or not. There we go. Whee! All right, there is our plan. That right there is going to be our central courtyard. The red blocks, that is really, really loud. Give me a sec. Okay, there we go. So the red blocks are going to be the main roads and pathways. Oh geez. Okay, a spider and a husk is fine as long as there isn't a creeper. And there's a creeper. Okay, I'm gonna have to get off of this. Let's go sleep. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna make it daytime. Alright, this is much better. Much, 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 much better. So, as I was saying, the red blocks, all of the red concrete there, that is going to be the main roads through town. So we're going to have one main central road going all the way through there and going all the way into that village that's back there. Then we're going to have some roads that branch off, have some roads branching off this way. There's going to be a tunnel going into here to the tower that's going to go there. There's going to be another tower there with a road that goes off to that. There's going to be a road back there, and there's going to be another small village back in that corner. There's going to be another part of the village right around that area there. Probably some more of the village right there. And that central area is going to be a large tower, probably as tall as this pyramid, if not taller, maybe? I don't know. I haven't really decided so much. But that is going to be the main, like, castle type portion of this small part of the city. So this is going to be where, like, the current emperor or pharaoh or whatever you want to call them, the king, the queen, that kind of thing, that's going to be where they reside. Those roads too are actually going to be going through like a wall type section. So there's actually going to be a large wall that goes around that area as well as cuts through to the river, and the river actually goes all the way around this entire area. So technically we're kind of on an island. I don't know if I remember if I've ever said that before, but yeah, we're technically on an island. That river completely surrounds this desert. So these two big buildings here, these are going to be two really, really big libraries. So libraries, of course, were really, really big in Egypt. I mean, you've got the Library of Alexandria, for example. Of course, that was... Has it been found? I don't know. I honestly don't know that much about Egyptian culture for the most part. I know a little bit, enough to make myself sound like I know what I'm talking about, but not enough to the point where I always know exactly what I'm talking about. Anyway, those are going to be two large libraries right there. Very identical buildings. And we're going to have some pillars going through this part here of the main town, headed up to our main tower. And in the main tower, like the very center is actually going to be open all the way through to the sky. So this is going to be almost like a courtyard in the very center here. Which I think is gonna end up looking really, really cool. But because of all of these buildings around here, you're not actually gonna see much of the town except from flying over or from the outskirts, which I think is gonna be really, really cool because it's gonna make it seem like this is the main structure of the city, and then the rest of the town where everybody is off kind of in these outskirts back behind all of these big buildings. And this main tower underneath our courtyard is actually going to be where I'm making our villager breeder. So our villager breeder will be underground. There'll be a skylight coming through there, so we'll kind of be able to almost see down into it, but it's going to be centered on that small area right there, and our villager breeder is going to be down below. And then our villagers, well, our villagers are going to have something special done to them. They're actually going to be up on top in these buildings. And I'm not going to go into detail right now what we're going to do with our villager trading hall, because I don't want to spoil it, and it's actually kind of a really cool idea that I came up with that I don't think I've seen before. So I'm really excited for it, and I don't want to spoil anything too much right now. So yeah, that is our plan. I'm actually kind of really glad that I took this episode to kind of dig all of this out and actually plan out my build a little bit, because sometimes I just go off from whatever I have available. Yeah, as you can see, this river cuts right through here, and I'm actually going to make it cut through here as well, so that it comes all the way around like that. So it's not completely an island right now, but it definitely will be. Oh, that's gonna suck. Am I gonna fall? Am I gonna fall? Oh, apparently I'm okay. Oh, there it is. There we go. Okay. Darn lag. So yeah, and then this is going to be one large building here. So all of the blue areas are going to be structures. This here is just going to be one of these small 5x5 or 7x7. Of course, this is 5x4, which is like, who builds like that? Oh my gosh, Minecraft structures, I swear. And the road's going to be built up one block. So right now we're on 63. Give me a second. Okay. I think I stopped lagging. So anyway, like I said, right now we're on 63, so the actual floor will be on this level, which is 64. That's where the structures are going to be built up. That's where the road is going to be built up. And then once we get all of the buildings in, then we're going to do some terraforming. So this city, while it's going to look new, it's also going to be kind of like it's not brand new. And deserts change very, very frequently. That's why people get lost in the desert so much, because of all the windstorms and all that kind of stuff. The sand shifts and changes. So we're actually going to terraform and build up the land up against these buildings and make it look like this place has been here for a really long time. And even though it's fairly maintained, there's going to be parts of the buildings that it's been covered in sand and all that kind of stuff. So I'm really excited for the final output of this build. Like, this is going to be kind of the main living section of the build. This is where I'm going to do a lot of the villager trading and all that kind of stuff. And then we're probably going to have a couple of farms in here somewhere too. I haven't decided what farms I want in here, because we're also going to build some farms on the outskirts. It's probably a bad idea for me to fly, but I'm going to do it anyway. So we're also going to build a couple of farms out in this area back here, as well as back on this side over here. I think one of the very first things I'm going to do, like first farm I'm going to build, if I can ever fly. Okay, there we go. And let's just throw that. Is going to be a food farm, because I am really, really running low on food. Like, I'm currently eating chicken that I had just like laying around. So I think one of the first things I'm going to do is build a food farm. I don't know if it's going to be next episode or the following episode, but I'm probably going to look into like a carrot farm of some sort in the long run. But temporarily, since Mariah Code gave us all of those chickens, it'll probably end up being a chicken farm. And there is going to be some farms out here too. So we've got like these farms here, right here, these wheat and carrot and kind of weird farms that the villages automatically spawn. So we're going to have farms kind of like that all throughout this build, including animal farms. So there'll be animal pens, and then underneath those farms is actually where I'm going to build the like automatic farms. So like we might have like a chicken coop or something somewhere around this area or somewhere in here, and underneath that is going to be an automatic chicken farm that gives me all the chicken I need. So that's kind of the plan. This is, like I said, kind of a rough sketch of what I want to do, how I want to build this area, and I'm not entirely sure where exactly I'm going to start next episode, but I'm pretty excited for this. This is already looking really good, and all it is colored blocks. I mean, I cannot wait until I actually get to designing and building all of this stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun. So that is going to do it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed our mega dig and enjoyed seeing Maudie and Leb help me out with all of this digging. I hope you're excited for this building as much as I am. I honestly cannot wait to really get started. This has been in the plans and in the works ever since I moved here, so I hope you're just as excited as I am. It's going to be a lot of fun. But that is going to do it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, hit that like button. And if you would like to see more, be sure to hit subscribe. We will see you next time.
You can fly higher than the sky.